She is helping us turn thrift store finds, fabric scraps, and natural objects into stuff we love. I am talking about the author of Wisecraft. Blair Stalker is here joining us in our studios this morning. Good morning, Blair. Thanks for dropping in.
Thank you.
Now, you are here. You come to Albuquerque. You visit all the time. You got family ties here.
I do.
So thank you
Yes.
for coming by. This is interesting. You got quite the spread here. Everything you see pretty much on this table, Blair, you have made.
I did.
So let's talk about how you came about creating all of this stuff and your book, Wisecraft.
So I've had a blog since 2005.
Okay.
And I shared crafts and things that we did with kids, with our kids, and as a family to decorate our home. And that's sort of how the book came about.
That is great. And you know, I'm always looking for ideas. I'm glad you're here because I will be honest, I will be the first to admit, I'm just not good with crafts. Like, I'm not creative. So I could definitely use
This
your
book is for you.
Yeah, perfect.
I made this book for everybody that says, I wish I could do that.
Okay. Now you're going to show me a quick craft. You're going to show me how
am.
to make something. What are we making?
So one of the things in the book that that I use a lot throughout the different projects is called a recycled flower.
Okay.
And it's super easy to either machine sew or hand sew.
Okay.
And you can make it out of lots of different materials.
I can hand sew. I know
Okay,
that
all
because
right.
I sometimes have to do my, you know, hemming and all that
Yes.
stuff. Okay, so a
we're gonna
recycled
make this,
flower.
Yes, we're going to make this out of a sweater from the thrift store.
Okay.
So this is all that's left.
Or maybe you got an old sweater lying around, you know, that you never wear, right?
Right. Yeah. You could use a sweater that maybe shrunk in the wash.
Yeah.
Or you know, I bought this at the thrift store because I like the color.
Okay.
This is all that's left. It's like a back panel.
Okay.
So you're just going to cut it into strips, and I think in the book they say 3.5 by 11 inches, but really it doesn't matter. You
Okay.
can make them wider, longer.
So you've
So
already done it just for
I've
TV
cut
purposes,
some
save some time.
strips. Yep. And then what you're going to do is fold the strip in half lengthwise like this.
Okay.
Super easy.
Yeah.
And then that's where the hand sewing or the machine sewing comes in. You're going to sew a
Stitch all the
seam,
way
yep,
down.
all the way down. And this is really easy to throw these strips in your bag. And like when you're waiting for kids at their classes or whatever, you can just hand stitch that. You don't need a sewing
Forget
machine.
the cell phone. Put the cell phone
Put the
away,
cell phone
right?
away,
So over
right.
it. Okay, so you
then
got it. We went ahead and you went ahead and did
We've
this. all right.
stitched this.
Okay.
So now you're going to take a pair of scissors and you're going to
do this one.
start cutting into the, here, let me try those. That's
Here.
really, we're
Sometimes
going
the fabric
to,
can be
yeah.
tough.
So you're going to cut into the folded edge
Okay, I see it.
almost all the way to the
Almost
stitching.
all the way
And
to
you're
the
going to do that
stitching.
all the way across. It's really easy. It doesn't
Okay.
matter how wide, how narrow.
Let me do that.
So I'll let you cut some of those.
Okay, and then for time purposes, let's speed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Just so we don't run out of time. Once I eventually do all this, what's the next step? Is there? Can
then
you
you're
show
going
us
to
without
roll
me
it. I'm
having
going to
do
show
it?
you what the finished flowers look like.
Oh, that is pretty.
So you're going to roll these on the stitched edge. You're just going to roll it into a little tube. So I'll show you here. Pretend this is cut. You're going to
So
just start
eventually,
to roll
you're
it.
basically cutting all the way.
That's
right. Okay.
Yep. And you're going to
then
start
gonna
rolling
roll
it. And then again with your hand stitching needle, you're just going to take a couple stitches here and there just to hold
kinda
that
hold
into
it
place.
together.
Yeah.
Look, this is kind of like just the very, very beginning. All right, we're
Exactly.
out of time, but this is what you need to know. Blair, you are going to be at Bookworks tomorrow, Friday, August 15th. This is a free event, by the way, 7 p.m., where you're going to talk about your book. You're going to give folks ideas, just like you're giving
We'll
me
have
here.
all the projects out so they can see and
can I just
touch.
say really quick, this is cool. This is like a checkers piece right
Yes,
here that
it's a
you made.
checker
I
set.
love it. There's games. Games, bags galore. Blair, thank you so much.
Thank
Sorry
you.
we ran out of time. We do have information on how to reach Blair. Her book, Wisecraft, on our website. Just go to casa.com, click on the Casa blog, as well as tomorrow's events.